Hey everyone, happy new moon in Cancer. This is BDevine, of course, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a reading for you guys with my, what is this, Enchanted Map deck. So we're going to use this one here. And I do have a light on so it's a little tiny bit yellow, just so that you guys can see what's going on. I also may pull out some of these Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards as well. So welcome to this new moon in Cancer. This afternoon, my husband and I, of course, are going to be doing an auction for everyone. And we've got some bundles and some bits and pieces that we want to show you, and also some jewelry that I'm going to be making up. I've got some made up today. So this is live, but I'm not looking because I have the camera above my head kind of thing. So I'm not looking at comments, but I just want to welcome you here. This is going to be just quick today. We're going to talk a little bit about this new moon, what this means for each one of you, what it could be bringing up. And then we're going to do some of these cards to see what's happening. So yeah, I may even just pull some other random cards, who knows, just to do this quickly and get us underway. So, all right, so the new moon, oops, I'm going to get rid of that cord. Okay, so the new moon is in Cancer, of course, and it wants us to prioritize more self-care. You know, Cancer energy is all about nurturing, right? So we have all of these self-care goals and emotional needs, etc. So the moon and the sun form an exact connection in the sky, and this indicates new beginnings and a fresh start as well. So Cancer is a cardinal water sign ruling the home, maternal energy, emotions, and is very nurturing. And just so you know, I just wanted to tell you guys, I actually do a astrology personal reading. It's actually in 12 parts for all the 12 different houses. And it can really pinpoint what's going on physically, emotionally, spiritually, and also what's coming up, what you need to look forward to and be aware of. And so those readings are really long and you get it recorded for you. So if you ever want something that's more in depth, and 12 different houses, 12 different areas of your life, I really do recommend the longer readings, Lenormand, astrology readings, tarot readings as well. Okay, so emotions coming to the surface. So we're entering into new realities that promote self-preservation, releasing limitations and old structures, etc. So since this full moon in Capricorn, which happened June 24th, many were faced with making decisions that did center around well-being and self-care. So the new moon in Cancer of 2021 is now an integration and forward movement of that energy. So whatever started at that full moon or closed off, this is going to show you, this is going to push forward and show you what, has happened since then. Because every 2 weeks we've got something going on. But it brings new opportunities, dramatic life changes, and shifts that are also starting to manifest as well. So it can feel like a time of positive emotional release. And the moon is very comfortable right now because this is its home place. This is the Cancer is its home sign, right? So the overall energy of the new moon is positive, providing nurturing and times of change. So new moons are a time for you to make plans, 9 wishes, writing down those wishes, understanding, okay, once I've done this, let's see how far this comes. Let's see what I can manifest, positive intentions, of course. Okay. So this new moon is forming a powerful aspect called a trine with spiritual Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So this connection is bringing a dose of reality and clarity on what should no longer remain in your life. So Neptune is the planet of illusion. When it moves backwards, It reveals truths that you may not have been able to face previously. There's also an opposition with the new moon in authoritative Pluto in Capricorn retrograde. So this also indicates breaking away from what's oppressing you or not allowing you to feel aligned as well. There's also the push to be the leader, actively initiate the right new direction for you. The sun and moon in Cancer are also forming harsh aspects to the wounded energy of Chiron in Aries. So Chiron represents the collective wounding, and this has brought up challenges surrounding individuality. So this new moon in Cancer of 2021 is activating the energy, bringing up uncomfortable emotions sometimes to trigger change. And it's time for you to take the reins and do what's right for you. So setting intentions is a powerful way to start off the new lunar cycle. And here we go. For Aries, your home, your foundation, and life path are going through new beginnings. And this is a time where you must be the leader in your life. Choose what's right for you. For Taurus, communication is the focus for you, Taurus. It could manifest through taking your power, advocating for yourself through your voice. So embracing your needs first. Gemini, your money and earned income are deeply linked to your self-worth. So this time is giving you a fresh perspective when it comes to this area of your life. An exciting new project could start. So abundant with the universe. Cancer, so the moon is the ruler of your chart. So the new moon is at home for you. And it can leave you feeling emotional and also trigger ancestral themes to be healed. You're breaking away from old structures or what doesn't serve your well-being. This is a time when you'll embrace this superpower, decide what's right for you. Leo, beliefs are going through tremendous change. The new moon is initiating you to choose self-care and your health. Perhaps you've been burning the candle at both ends. This time has taught you that it's impossible to do that for the long term. Now is a brand new day. You can initiate sudden shifts in order to be in alignment with your needs. Virgo, your dreams, hopes, and visions are becoming a reality. Intentions that you have set in the past and the work that you put in is paying off. A new opportunity could come forward, helping you to step in your truth. Libra, your career and home life are the energetic focus. Not only is your home life shifting towards a structure that is in alignment with you, but so are aspects of your life path. So opportunities that are a result of your past work can present themselves. Scorpio, a new creative project can provide a new beginning for you that may require travel. So for some, the new moon can also prompt teaching or continuing your education. Sagittarius, improvements in health and worth-related matters can occur for you. You may have been going through a challenging time in this area of your life. So the new moon in Cancer can feel like a positive breakthrough. Financially restricting contract or agreements can also shift towards something more empowering for you. So Capricorn, a new or existing relationship, either business or love, could manifest for you. And you could experience a deepening of emotions or finally come to new realizations about what you need, especially from a partner. And Aquarius, work is a major focus for you. The universe is pushing you to decide what truly nurtures your well-being. So this new moon is activating you to change how you work, your routine, and what's been limiting your growth. Pisces, finally, creativity and self-expression are undergoing change for the better. If you've had long-time dreams or ideas that you haven't initiated, now is the time you can do it. A personal and powerful time of growth, transformation, and bringing your dreams down into reality. So our affirmations are that our visions and ideas are manifesting into our reality, and accepting the gifts from the universe and being open to change. So when we have a new moon, it's usually more emotional, I've found. You also may be coming up with just a strange feeling of tiredness and feeling wiped out, etc. When we have the new moon, the full moon can do the same thing, but we're building up to a conclusion with a full moon, and we're building, and here we are now to this brand new beginning again with a new moon. So I kind of like the new moon in itself, but the new moon energy, it always kind of tends to wipe me out a little bit. So whatever you've been focusing on, okay, don't give yourself excuses why you can't do something. Okay, this is not the time to do that anymore. Just say, well, I can't do this because of that. That is an excuse that you give yourself. And people often want to move forward, but they don't want to erase some of these excuses that they make, right? So it's really important that you're doing that. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to open this window. It's actually going to be, it seems like it's going to be darker, but it's actually going to be clearer. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we are working with the Enchanted Map cards. So these are a little bit different, okay? And they're not exactly tarot, they're just oracle cards, and they're really pretty. All right, so I'm going to put them into piles, etc. And you're going to choose a pile, and that's the pile that you're going to keep. If we look at different readings, etc., different cards, you're going to keep that pile going so that you can build a little bit of a message for yourself, okay? Now, I do appreciate people coming in, but I can't see your comments because my phone is like above me. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at the Enchanted Map. Where are we going with this new moon? What's happening for us? And I really am grateful for those who are joining my 5 days live at the end of the month, at the beginning of the Lion's Gates. And I really want to get as many people as I can because the energy then is fantastic. Okay, so we'll be 5 days live. You only pay for 1 day. The rest of the days are free. So you will love it. If you've never been to one of my webinars before, it may be an opportunity for you to do so. Okay, so let's have a go here. Number 1, 2, or 3. And we'll see what other cards. I might even bring out these round tarot cards that I have as well. Okay. I do appreciate you if you're here. And I just want you to know I won't be answering anybody. I'm just focusing on the readings because I can't see your questions. All right. Okay, so let's have a look now. 1, 2, or 3. Oops. Okay. So starting off with the first card here. And we'll be looking at the Enchanted Map. All right, so I'll probably read a little message from there and then get my interpretation. So here's the first card for you, number 1, Field of Dreams, okay? Field of Dreams. So let's just read a little bit about this first. And then hopefully we'll see you this afternoon for our fantastic new moon auction. Okay, Field of Dreams, here we go. Now, none of these are going to be reversed, all right? These are just how they are. So let's go. All right, so your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. So this is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Remember, the new moons are new beginnings, right? Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. So, you have a basket full of seeds. that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. So for number one, this is your first card, okay? It feels, and I've got this is a tumbled aura light. So it feels like you have a ton of ideas all at once. You know, you've got all of this energy, you've got all of this focus, you've got all of these things that you want to do and you want to learn and you want to grow and you want to change and you want to go over here and you want to go over there. And, you know, there's just not enough hours in the day. It feels like there's, you know, a lot of energy surrounding you that is just go, go, go. One thing is that it's very, very hard to accomplish a lot of things all at once. And even if you do, what's even harder is keeping up that pace. Okay, so there's absolutely no possibility that you can run 20 businesses and keep it going and going and going and give them all equal attention. So trying to do 20 different things at once is kind of the same thing, you know? It's like trying to do this is making you more frustrated because you can't see an end result anywhere and you're exhausted by the end of the day. So it's time to focus because you have all of this beautiful abundance around you, as the card says. But you need to channel it into one position right now, right? So the one thing that you know that you can do, the one thing that you know that works, the one thing that you know is going to be sort of a stepping stone to other projects as you have more time on your hands, etc. And I know a lot of people say, I've got to be doing healing or I've got to be doing readings, right? But I need to do all of these thousands of courses first. Then I'll be ready to do it. And I'm sorry to say you won't. Because if you feel like you need to know more before you begin anything, then that's all you're ever going to do. All you're ever going to do is gather information and never put it to use. The biggest healers and the best healers are the ones that learn through the job. Okay? What about your best job, even in life? Learning through the job. You didn't know what you were doing when you first went there, and suddenly at the end you're training other people, right? You know, so you're learning as you go. You don't just be an expert before you step into a position, you know, as an expert, knowing it all, because nobody does. So remember that there's procrastination, there's self-doubt, which exposes itself as procrastination sometimes. So you think, oh no, I'm fine, you know, I've got all the confidence in the world, but I just want to make sure I've got everything behind me before I begin. That's just, well, it's nice if that's true, but it's really a way that you can wait it out until something comes along for you or something. In that time, you're missing out on a lot of information. So healers, for example, you've got to work with people to learn the intricate energy that's there, to learn how to read someone's vibration and energy and the patterning and the codes and the stranding and the holes and the tears and the rips and the cording. You got to see it. You can't see it through a book, right? You got to see it on the person and practice it and trust your intuition, etc. So, number one, don't procrastinate. Make a promise to yourself. I'm going to put one foot in front of myself and I'm starting something today. I'm beginning the process today. I have already qualified. I've got all the abilities within me and all of the energy of the universe flowing through me. I am no longer willing to sacrifice myself and then be frustrated with myself and go around on this cycle. So break that particular cycle. Okay, this is for number one. And I know I go on, but I get all of the insight coming and I just trust it. Okay, number two, you have the rock bottom card. Okay, you kind of want to see this at the new moon because you know that you've hit the rock bottom, and the new moon is going to lift you up, right? Because the new moons are all about the new beginnings, of course. So rock bottom. Okay, let's have a quick look at this from the Enchanted Map series. All right, so surrender and acceptance are keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you might have reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss. Maybe you don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear. Like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. So remembering surrender and acceptance are keys to freedom. So the way that you've been going has not been working. The situations that you've been in have been lackluster. Friends and people that you've had around you, for example, you might have had to let go, okay? And it just feels like you're spinning around in circles, going around and not coming up with an answer. So you're on the spin cycle, as I say. You're spinning, and something's going to fly out of the something's going to fly out of the spinner, and that's what you're waiting for. Something to show you the way forward. I often see this with people that are like, please tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. How many times have you asked the universe that question? What am I supposed to be doing? And the angels always laugh, in that situation, because they're like, you're not actually supposed to be doing anything. You're not like missing out on something if you're not doing, something or other. But like, in other words, what I'm supposed to be doing, meaning, is there something where I shine greater? Is there something where I'm more abundant? Is there something where, everybody will come and come to my side and, really want to be connected with me? Is there something where I'm really abundant? Is there something where I'm the person that people are looking at? Is there something where I'm going to make a lot of money? Is there something where I can be the leader of a group, or I can be in management, or I can have a book? Or is that what I'm supposed to be doing? And the energy from the universe is like, you're supposed to be doing anything, if you want to put it that way, that is bringing you happiness. This should not be a struggle. Like, it shouldn't be, I've got to, work till I'm 65 and then I can stop. Like we were told as we were kids, you work your butt off and then you can stop and have a break. Who wants to have a break when they're older and you can't be bothered doing anything by that stage because you're exhausted, right? You want to be able to do and have freedom now. And it first comes with the freedom of your mind. This is the first step. It doesn't matter whether you're homeless, whether you're, you don't have very good health, whether you've got mental health issues or whatever. The only thing that you can do for yourself to begin the process of extreme healing and change is positive energy. Positive energy. Everywhere you go, and it seems stupid, like, how's that going to do it? But I'm telling you, that is probably the biggest secret to fulfillment in your life, to fulfillment of your life path, to fulfillment of your healing, to fulfillment of your looks and your vibrancy and your energy and your health. You know, it has to be this positive energy vibration. And people make it hard, you know. I've seen it. I've seen it all on Instagram and all these places. People are making it super hard to have a spiritual connection, you know, or saying that you're down here and you've got to get up here. And it's no, it's a more of an acceptance of your own spiritual connection that you have yourself. But how can you accept something if you are negatively reversing? Okay, something was definitely going on right then. They didn't want me to get that message out to you guys, but I'm still here. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but it was like not connecting us. Okay, so I don't even know where I was at because this is obviously live, but hopefully you're hearing the message about this rock bottom energy right now, which means that you are beginning the process, moving forward, okay, shifting your vibration and letting go of those things that are holding you back. So I'm just going to have to start. I mean, I don't know how much you heard, but I'm just going to keep going, okay? It seems that, you know, when the message is really there for somebody, it's almost like, oh, we're not going to let her have that message. But let's go on to the third one here. Cleaning house. Okay, just a second, everybody. Oh, cleaning house. Okay, so here we go. Number 37. I really hope you guys got that message, but what can I say? All right, so let's keep going. Okay, all right, let's go. So this is for number 3, all right? So it's time to, as it says here, it's time to clear the clutter, make way for better things, right? When this card comes up, it's time to declutter your life, getting rid of unwanted things in your physical home, releasing what you no longer want or truly need. Is there any unfinished business that you need to address, right? Thoughts, memories, and emotional baggage must be swept out of your house as well. So your conscience must be clear for you to move freely in the world. Celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom as you make way for much better things. Look at what you've resisted discarding and be honest about its value. Be honest and clean house. Emotionally, spiritually, in every way, right? We need to do this. So whenever I want something to completely change, like I want something to end or I want something to begin, my husband's like, well, you just sit down. He goes, you just, you know, you don't stop. You're cleaning and cleaning and you're getting it organized and this and that's getting pulled out and suddenly there's stuff all over the place. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorting this out. You know, and I'm like really excited to do it because I know how I feel afterwards, right? I know when I'm organized, everything feels amazing. Now, when my dad passed away, it was in this room that I'm doing readings in right now. Right, so I had to come in here and I kept on smelling this smell and I'm like, you know what, this is, you know, I really need to go through the sage and I need to wash these carpets and I need to open, and I kept the window open like a week, you know, the window was open down here and still couldn't get this I don't know, it was kind of like a hospital smell, you know what I mean? And anyway, I did all the carpets and I cleaned everything out. And I still left the room empty for a while. I saged, I did the Palo Santo, and I said, geez, what is this in here still? And my dad's like, well, you need to let me go. And I'm like, I have let you go. I seen you walk up the staircase, you know, the day before you left. You know, I'm thinking I have let him go. But and then I sat there and I thought, maybe I haven't, you know, maybe there's something I'm, you know, I'm confused about. So I went through and I started cleaning room by room, this room, other rooms, etc. in the house. and going through everything and reorganizing the entire bottom half of the house kind of thing, and just going through. And in that time I was able to pull myself together, like I was able to bring my energy in, because what I'd been experiencing was all the energy going out, right? So whenever you feel like you can't make a decision, or you can't get anywhere, or your feet are like Fred Flintstone and they're just skipping around and you're not moving anywhere, then you need to get into the energy of your immediate environment as well. As you change the energy of placement of things and clean things out, etc., you allow new fairies, new elementals, new angels, new guides to have a place to dwell, and that's how I see it. And also you get to, when you're saging and cleansing and clearing and all that sort of stuff, you get to see spots in the house in a different way. Like I had these rocks and everything that I had found, or we had found on our journey, hiking, etc., all over the windowsills, which is great. But the energy had changed since then. So just clearing those things off the windowsill, giving the window a really good clean and all that sort of stuff, changing the energy in that section and this section and that section, I realized, oh my gosh, the whole house is vibrating even higher. So if you want to, lift your awareness and, step into your ascension abilities, etc., and higher abilities, moving into these abilities, like being able to channel on the spot like this. This is something that I taught myself to do, and I accepted that I could do it. That was the key. And I just started doing it. I did the same thing with typing. I didn't even know how to, copy and paste something on a computer. And I'm like, I know I've typed before. I know I had to have typed before in a past life. So I just asked for that skill to move forward. Man, you should see me type now. It's incredible, and I can do the whole website and, code everything out, etc. My new website, I don't have to do that, but my old one, I still have to do that. And I'm like lightning, on the thing. Now, I couldn't type before, like I said to you. So I learned, and this is what I'm trying to teach all you guys. Anything is possible if you believe it. Your connection with the angels are there because you believe it. They're there anyway, but because you believe it, it's stronger. Right? If you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything, The belief factor's got to be there. And this is the energy for you. Number 3 is you're evaluating what needs to change in your life. And this is encouraging you to start with your immediate environment. Now, you don't have to be an OCD cleaner, because I certainly am not. We have stuff around all over the place. But when I get in the mode, it's like I'm excited, I'm fast, I'm moving, I'm doing, I'm repairing, I'm clearing, I'm healing, I'm whatever. And I love it, bringing a new vibration into an area that you didn't even realize was dank, until you start moving it out. So, all right, I'm still here. And it's not going to win whatever is trying to stop me from talking. So I was finished number 3 anyway. So let's keep going. All right. Oh, my goodness. It will not win. I always tell my husband that. It's not going to win. We've got this. Okay. All right. So we're all clear about what we've got to do here right now. Yeah, me too. Actually, that reminds me. Just a second, folks. Okay, so all right, I'm still here, but we are going to do this. All right. Okay. Let's go on to round 2 here. I know you've already had round 1. You're probably ready for a nap right now, so. All right. Okay, so we're going to just keep on going, okay? All right, so this time what we're going to use is the Wisdom of Avalon cards. Okay, these are markers on our journey. So, I just want to make sure they're up the right way. These are really stunning cards. I only bring them out every now and then. You guys know that by now. Pay attention, especially now, to your dreams, because they are going to be very prophetic and very, what's the word? Like they're showing you where, number 1, things need to continue, and number 2, where something needs to be let go of. Okay, so look out for the symbolism in your dreams, and you may already go, oh my God, my dreams, you know. So pay attention to them. All right, so let's go here. Okay. We're going to keep with our numbers, all right? And I'm going to keep trying to, because my camera's above me, I'm going to keep on trying to reconnect if it plays up. Keep your numbers, 1, 2, or 3. All right, so let's get these. I told my cards I'm just going to pull randomly. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm also going to turn the Wi-Fi off of this other iPad just in case that's the problem. Okay, let me get this off. And thanks for hanging in there, okay? We'll get this. I'm not going to let it stop me. All right, are we ready for the Wisdom of Avalon? We're going to work with these markers. Now, these show us not only where we're at, but also where we're heading, all right? So if we need to adjust anything, we can, etc. All right, so number 1, you have the serpent. And this is talking about knowledge and healing, all right? We were talking about healing in your card number 1, so I'm guessing this is a card of healers here. So let's have a look. Now remember that the snake usually means, or the serpent means, a lot of things in a lot of different readings that we're going to do. Now we're going to have a look what it means as a marker in our life right now. So the serpent's message is one of healing and of gaining knowledge. So whatever situation that you are in right now, it is meant for this purpose, healing and knowledge. Serpent also reminds you that knowledge is very important, and perhaps it's time for you to read a book or take a class in order to gain more understanding of your issue. Or you may need to ask questions of others who know and can help you. Ask the serpent and you'll be guided to the right answer easily and effortlessly. So the serpent heralds success if you follow the signal. The serpent also lets you know that you may be suffering because there are aspects of yourself that are wounded and still need tending. And now is the time for this. Perhaps you need to rest, meditate, and allow the knowledge to come to consciousness. Or maybe you just need to sleep more. Another aspect of the serpent energy is that each time you experience a healing or learn new things, you may need to shed your skin to adopt a new one. Don't worry, the serpent says that it's a necessary and beautiful thing. In healing vibrations, the snake energy, obviously representing too the Kundalini energy, the intertwining energies. And it's always very revealing, I guess is the word. It reveals its new skin. Right now, you are on the correct journey. So if you've been questioning yourself, as we were talking about before, what am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be going? It says that the healing aspect of who you are is what you should really be focusing on. When you're working with healing energy, as I was saying to you guys before, it's super hard to it's really hard when you're hands-on healing with someone or working with a client, for example, when they're not willing to adopt the changes that you're, suggesting as well. Because people, what they do is when they actually, sometimes, this is going to make you laugh, but when people are actually healing, wow, this is, my energy is changing, I'm shifting, I'm lifting, this is fantastic, this is where I want to be, oh my God, I'm never going back. You get people who are really positive like that and embracing the changes, understanding the changes. And then you get the ones that feel the changes and then go, oh my God, what's happened? What am I going to do now? How am I going to live in a healed, what am I going to do with a healed body? That means I have to go back to work? Okay, I might just hinder this process a little bit. And it's not an intentional thing, it's a fear thing, right? So when you're working with the serpent energy here, number one, you've got to look and really clear out your own fears, okay, what you're worried about, and have an answer for everything. And trusting that you do, because your inner fears or your shadow self will be revealed by those who come into your sphere of energy. If there's something that is unhealed within you, believe me, it will be mirrored with somebody that you know or working with, a situation in your life, etc., and it will come up. And it'll keep coming up until you clear it, and then you won't have that kind of issue happen anymore. So, for example, in the early days of healing with others, when I was doing that work, a lot of abuse victims would come forward and they started to cotton on to the fact maybe there's something unresolved here, right? Now it's more along the lines of therapies and just talking people through bits and pieces, etc. There's a lot of people that have major events happen and they want to go to somebody that has been through it too. But you've got to look at the shadow self. You've got to understand that every single day we are healing, growing, changing, shifting if we want to be, or we're rolling back the other way. So we just have to give ourselves a little bit of compassion, continue to renew and change, change your environments and change the people that are dragging you down away from you. Sometimes it just takes care of itself, where you ask for a clearing and suddenly someone's leaving your sphere and you're like, oh, okay, so that's what it was. Sometimes, as we know, when the snake comes up in our Lenormand reading, it's someone to watch out for. In this case, I believe that whatever it is, it's triggered a healing around you, and more knowledge and wisdom will flow because of it as well. So you're on a really good path. You can see the serpent is looking ahead, and so are you. Okay, just don't grasp too tightly at the old. All right, number 2. Look, I'm just trusting the messages are just going where they need to go. Now we're in a new moon, birth and rebirth, fantastic marker to get. Now this is for number 2, so it's actually number 50. All right, so inspiration and new life are here, rejoicing because spring is in the air, you're beginning again. This marker bodes well for any new project, endeavor, relationship, idea to take shape and be birthed into the world. Look, we're all getting these messages today. We've got to keep on going. It also reminds you that anything old or painful can be brought forward or transformed by a new and creative perspective. So this reminds you that the process leading up to a birth can feel cumbersome restrictive, painful, and never ending. Yet the final shift brings an extraordinary gift of new life, a new vision born of surrender, and a total release. Know that you've come far and are at a place to celebrate your ideas, and all things are new. This card asks that you align yourself with the mystery of spirit, the true source of creative energy and power. None of us are inspired without the subtle and profound influence of the soul's longings and the urgings of the divine. So, remember the prayer, make me a channel for divine creativity, use me as an instrument of higher will, and watch a miracle unfold. So remember, for number 2, your first card was about rock bottom. And doesn't it make sense now that you, because of that, you're rebirthing yourself, pushing in a brand new energy. Maybe you're recreating your look or something as well. You know, sometimes I come out with my pink hair and really blonde hair or whatever, brown hair I went at one point there, right? And I just get a mood. Like I'm just in a mood and I'll be like, oh, okay, today I'm just going to put some of this in my hair. Oh, big deal. It'll wash out kind of thing, you know? So it always brings a change though. And it's like I said to you, I'm always looking for the next new thing, the next new energy, the next new project. And the way that you can do that and the way that you're sort of shifting your life right now is not by saying, okay, I'm just going to push all of the past behind me and forget about it, because believe me, you haven't. But it's more like, okay, I've got lessons from my past. I've got blessings from my past. I've got situations that I dealt with that were way harder than what I'm dealing with right now. And I can get through anything. So I'm going to celebrate. Now, like I said to you, there are people that will be freaking out just because something new's beginning, freaking out because their body's changing, freaking out because they're opening up spiritually, overthinking. Now, that's not a judgment on anybody, of course, because we've all been there. It's just a fact that that's what we do. All right. Every single one of you who are listening has at now or at some point in your life been a overthinker. And the way that I know that is because each one of you are connected into spirituality now in a different way. So you just wanted things to be good and you felt responsible for things and you wanted to be able to open up. You wanted your life to change. You wanted things to be better. And you hold a lot of emotion and compassion for other people. And it's hard to give that back to yourself. You're learning to do this. And this is part of your rebirthing. Not only are you moving into a new energy for yourself personally, but you're also reinventing parts of yourself from other lifetimes, the good, positive aspects, and releasing not only the things from here, but baggage that you've come in with time after time after time. And believe me, those are riddled within people's body until you discover them. And I could go on about that for another few hours, so we won't do that. But embrace this new beginning right now, okay? Just make an intention, light a candle and say, I'm just intending a brand new start. I'm grateful for everything that is coming in my direction easily, clearly, and now I have the clarity that I need to make my step, to move forward, to advance. And I'm just going to trust that it will all work for my benefit and for all of those that are around me as well. You know, intending to say stuff in the right way too. All right, finally, we have the card of cleaning house and the marker of disruption. Ooh, let's have a look at this. But the water's flowing there, so I don't think it's too bad. Maybe this is what you've just been through. What number is that? 39. Okay, told you, gonna keep going. It's doing this little thing. It's really trying. It's not working though. Okay, so this is a be diligent and alert when making decisions. Can also pretend a toppling of plans or ideas. Total destruction of something hard won, worked for, or desired. So be reminded that the way of the goddess is one of mystery and chaos is the ultimate cleanser. Disruption brings delays and upsets that have a hidden gift of opportunity within them. So it's time to rethink, rebuild, and refortify that which was previously unstable, or it allows you to begin anew. Without this gift, you wouldn't be adequately supported later on when you need it most. So the greatest message reminds you that in all life, all people, places, concepts, and things are but fleeting on the path to wholeness. Only spirit is stable and eternal. Such is the wisdom of Avalon. So when we have, what do we learn from life being easy? There's a big situation going on. And at the time of the disaster, at the time of the problem, at the time of the issue, at the time of the pain, of the stress, of the, oh my God, kind of scenario, this is happening and this is happening and this is happening sort of thing. At that time, you're not seeing this as being a blessing to you. You're not seeing the destruction or the disruption or the betrayal or the hurt or the upset or the grief or the pain. You're not thinking to yourself, wow, this is great. This is really going to make me stronger. And you hate it when someone says that to you at the time that you're going through rock bottomness, at the time you're going through the worst of the worst. You're not sitting there going, wow, this is fantastic. You're in it, right? You're in that energy of complete stress. And that's okay as well. But from that, afterwards, in hindsight, when you get yourself together, then you can see, oh my God, look what we were able to achieve. Look what we were able to do. Look what happened. Now, the energy here, with all that's happened in June for me and my husband and my son and my family, with my dad dying in our care and, dying in our home and, going to get him and the 3 days there and the days that we had to stay there and the appointments and the stress and the aggro and the drama and the clearing and the cleaning and the fixing and the doing and the phone call. It was just unbelievable. So I come back into my workspace and everything was disrupted. Everything was upside down. Everything was all over the place. And I'm in the room now where my father passed away, and everything was all over the place. I've changed this room completely. You'll see it today, this afternoon, when we do the wheel. It's awesome in here now, right? I got lights everywhere and all kinds of stuff. But the thing is that there were people saying, wow, you really need to heal. You look tired or you look whatever. And I'm just like, well, here I am anyway, because this is the thing. When I'm working with you guys, when I'm in spirit energy like this, when I'm channeling this information, this is helping me as much as it helps you. And I don't really care what I look like. That's the difference. I can go on with makeup on. I can go without makeup. I don't care. But my message is the thing that I feel is important. And I don't even care whether I look right or whatever it is on the day when I do a message. I've got to do the message anyway. I've kind of learnt this. So through destruction, chaos, abuse, stress, you couldn't imagine so many different aspects of my life, just like I can't imagine aspects of your life as well. But through it all, I could have given up, is what I'm trying to get at, just given up completely. I almost felt like giving up everything with all this stuff that was going on with my dad. I'm just like, I can't even think about all of my spiritual work right now. So I didn't. And then when I was ready, I came back to it, which was fine. But what happens to a lot of people is they get a roadblock, a stumbling block, or 10, and they're like, well, that's it. You know, I might as well just go in a different direction, or I might as well just go work back 9 to 5, or I might as well just go get a job somewhere else, or I might as well leave this situation and find someone else, you know, giving up on yourselves and, you know, on the situation. And sometimes change is fantastic. But the thing of it is like you've got to make a stand sometime in your life with yourself. Card number 3, this is for everybody who's listening anyway, because all of your readings were pretty similar, which tells me that there's this strong urge right now for each light worker, as you all are, whether you believe it or not. You're all a light worker because your intention is to spread light, is to help people, to have compassion for people. Fantastic. From there stems everything else. But for each light worker, you are awakening on a grander scale of ascension right now. Okay? You are needed right now to get it together, right? You know what I'm talking about. Get it together. Ground yourself. Focus your direction. Don't worry about all everybody else's stuff and drama and issue. Don't worry about who's triggering this and that and what they say and what they think and blah, 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 blah. Because you're never going to please everybody. You know, if something offends you a lot, they say that there must be some kind of truth in it. You know, so deeply look at different things that are upsetting you, recognize them, accept them. Okay? Accept those things and recognize those things with compassion, again, with compassion. And get out of your own way and start standing strong. Because what happens is that people, you know, it's like when you're a lighthouse and a lighthouse itself, what does it do? Does that lighthouse that's on the ocean, on the rocks like that, does it move? That lighthouse is just there, shining its light day and night. People come and find safety, they find harbor, they find the way forward because of that light just shining away. And that's what you have to decide that you're going to do. Again, no need for perfection, no need for superiority, just shine, be you, right? With all of your flaws and complexities, with all of the issues and crap that you go through, with all of the past that you've had, with all of the addictions that you might have been dealing with, through all of the mistakes you think you've made. So what? Don't live those things anymore or continue to bring them up. Just be the light you are. You want to smoke, you want to have a drink, you want to have a party, do it. You know, you want to feel guilty about it, then that's not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Be that light. Stand strong with who you are, regardless of what anybody thinks, because everyone's offended about everything right now, right? Which is just really ridiculous if you ask me. But I've got to keep being me anyway. People want to be offended, they're going to be. You want to be a nice big fat piece of chocolate, someone's not going to like chocolate. What can you do about that? Absolutely nothing. So just be the light in this world. That's what you're here for. You're here to recognize yourself. Everyone talks about this great enlightenment thing that you're searching for. It's in you. So accept the enlightenment. The enlightenment grows. You know, that is the secret. Buddhists talk about, you know, enlightenment, etc. And they laugh because everyone's looking for it and they're trying to do all this work to become enlightened. You know, if you're going to be yourself, if you're going to be who you really are, if you're going to be this light and all that sort of stuff, remember that it has to be in your own way, right? It has to be unique to you. It has to be, you know, just the truth of who you are, with all the warts and all the problems in that as well, because they all go away when you're shining outward, when you're shining, you know, you're just doing, you're being, you're turning up, you know what I mean? You're all just turning up and doing what you got to do. And the light that's in you is what people recognize. And they want to have recognized within themselves. Other people want you to recognize their light. We're actually supposed to do that. We're supposed to ignore the darkness that is maybe on the surface sometimes and just recognize everyone's soul journey and who they are. They don't resonate though. You don't want to stay there and hang around and try to figure it out. We just want to keep on moving ahead anyway. And what happens is that people go, okay, this is fun. All right, I can do this. You know, I can do this. I can just go and have fun. I can just laugh. I can be in joy. I can have problems sometimes, big deal. I can get through anything. There's always a way out of everything, you know? And we all have that innate ability within us. And we've all had people and places and situations that's tried to tear that down, right? We've had people who know everything or think they know everything and pushing it all in our face. This is a guide. I'm a guide. I'm walking with you guys through crap, right? Mud sometimes. Having mud all over me sometimes. Having, you know what else, all over me sometimes. Making mistakes. Being a jerk sometimes. Getting all aggro sometimes. But I'm walking this walk with you. I'm not trying to be above you. Definitely not trying to be below you and holding you up. But just saying, hey, if I'm doing this, come on, let's do this together. You know, we've got this. Yes, there is a lot of stuff that I know about a lot of different situations. There's stuff I don't know too. And that we all have our parts and places and, you know, where we're all supposed to fit in together. Connected. We work better connected. So this new moon, you know, just say to yourself, I'm sick and tired of dealing with all of this stuff and trying to figure it out. So I'm going to let the universe take care of everything once and for all. And I'm going to focus on myself, meaning focus on what's pulling me backwards and keep on putting light there. Keep on putting healing there. Don't have to be perfect, just have to be a work in progress. That's all we are. And then we've got a way to, what suddenly we'll just be like, oh my God, I'm manifesting all this stuff. Like it's all coming at me. You know, this happened and the door shut over here, but oh my God, look at this place that's open over here. You know, this is amazing. Like what's taking place kind of thing. And you'll keep, because you start seeing those things happen, it'll spur you into action, you know, for the rest of it as well. So I just wanted to send, you know, I wanted to do a reading for the new moon. I also have a lot to say, obviously. And I feel like I want to do it in the way that's beneficial, you know, for people, of course. There's stuff that I would really love to say, but it's not beneficial, you know. It's just venting, I guess. And I don't want to do that either. But there's a connection that we all have of going through this worldwide awakening all at the same time. It's got to mean something, right? It's got to mean something. And my husband and I are going to be back about 3 p.m. Mountain Time. He's starving right now. I'm sure of it. I can feel it. He's like, oh, I'm so hungry. She's got to be finished soon. And we'll have something to eat. And then we're going to be back and show you guys some really cool stuff. And do an auction and a bit of fun. But let's start a new beginning where, you know, we're just allowing our light to shine a little bit, regardless of who might try to dull it or whatever. And I will see you guys really, really soon. You're gonna see my new room where my dad used to be down here. It's all changed. It's all woo-woo to my dad. He's like, oh my God, I'm glad you didn't put that there when I was alive, you know. It was bad enough he was in the room with my shamanic feathers and yeah, he was seeing all the shamanic feathers and the Himalayan salt lamps and stuff. Like, oh God. But he dealt with it. So awesome. Okay, guys. Hope you really enjoyed the talk. We'll see you guys really soon. there's a lot more information that has been coming to me over these weeks and I haven't been able to share. So these readings, you're going to get it in the readings. And in the lessons, I want to see you guys at the Angels webinar. Come on. 5 days. Like, come on. You know, you got to be there because we're going to learn about angels we never heard of before. So, or you guys haven't heard of. And they will help fix, different aspects of our lives. So I'll put the link for that down below as well, so you can join in. All right. So until the next time, wishing everybody lots of love, many, many blessings. And bye for now. Bye.